Hi there. I almost forgot one thing when I said last time that I was ready for lamination of the inside. Most of the things are ready for lamination, except the very front here. I haven't prepared the bow that needs to be put in here. So I need to cut out the very front of this. Here I didn't let this go all the way up to the front, which was a mistake of me. So I need to fill out this small void here with 4mm plywood. So I need to cut that. And for the stays to have something to screw into from the bow here, I will need to also cut 2 layers of this 10mm plywood to have something solid to screw into. So that is what we are going to do today. Just a small thing, but it will probably take some time anyway. I start with cutting out the 4mm plywood and try it, followed by trimming. More trying, more trimming. Better fit, finer trimming, and better fit. Even finer trimming and even better fit. I continue for a while until I'm happy and you are bored. I also cut out the 10mm pieces to fit in the front with a similar procedure, using the previous piece as a mold until I have all 3 pieces to make up the backing plate. Then I can start on the inner bow. So I mark where to start the cut and what to cut out. And then I cut it and try it out. And decide that I need to cut off the lower part. After a while I'm ready to prepare the glue. I mix a batch of epoxy, tumble mixing followed by box mixing. Last I add a hand of cotton fiber. I start with gluing the thin 4mm piece. Then I do the same with the first 10mm thick piece. I add more glue to prepare for the second piece and put that in place as well before I continue with the inner bow and the gap filling trim piece. The rest of the batch is mixed with silica and used as a filler to make the edge softer and fill the voids left between the bow and the hull wall. I press out the surplus with a clamp or 2. This is a perfect time to continue with the glass, as the epoxy on the bow surface hasn't cured yet. The glass I add here is mostly for sealing the surface and also to even out the surface. The strength addition is secondary. I continue to add glass on the area that is wet from epoxy. I have to use a brush to get the glass to conform. It's a bit complicated to get rid of the air behind the cloth. I have to start low in the middle of the cloth and work my way up along the edges, with strokes along the bottom. If I move up and down the cloth, it will lift from the surface. So I work my way up from the bottom with strokes along the walls until I reach the top. I make up a new batch of epoxy, strengthened with cotton fibers, to glue on the outside bow. I glue 2 thin strips together as an outer bow. This will be all for this episode. Next time I will continue with glassing the inside. Please join me then.